Yes, that's me. How are you?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So nice to hear your voice again.
Yes, we did last year or last album, yeah.
I think it was last year. First of all, congratulations on the 14th anniversary of Sodom. How does it...
It's a long time, yeah.
Does it feel so long or it doesn't?
It's a long time, yeah. But time was running so fast, Okay. Now I'm sitting here talking with you after 40 years. It's amazing.
Oh, yes, of course it is. So, how did you decide to re-record old Sodom songs?
Yeah, we want to do something special for the 40 years anniversary. And I remember that we talked with a record company a couple of years before, what we're going to do, And we originally planned doing a live album, a new live record.
Okay.
But then with the corona, we get no shows, no proper shows to record shows. And the second idea was to doing a sampler like the 10 Black Years.
Yeah.
Just choosing existing material, putting a sampler together, do a remaster, whatever, That is not what the fans want, And then I came up with the idea, choose one song from each album and record it with a new line, with the current lineup, And that was a brilliant idea,
So, did you re-record everything? Because some of the songs, like Euthanasia, are from the latest albums. So, did you record everything?
It's re-recorded, yeah.
For the older stuff, how did you stop yourself from saying, well, let's fix that or let's change this? How did you stop yourself from doing that?
Now, I think we decided, the whole band decided which song we're going to take from each album,
Okay.
And then we listened to the albums. I know it's very difficult to cover songs from the beginning, from Obsessed by Cruelty, for example, But this guitarist who played after the deluxe on Obsessed by Cruelty died a couple of months ago, So we decided to take this song, But we don't want to cover the hit singles on each album, like Agent Orange from Agent Orange, So we choose a couple of songs which are, in my opinion, more rarities, more unnarrated songs, or songs we never played live or we never played in a rehearsal room,
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided to cover one by one. We don't want to change anything. We don't want to change the lyrics, the tuning, or the timing, or the speed, whatever. We just covered the songs, to keep the original spirit into the songs.
First of all, thank you for mentioning Obsessed by Cruelty, because I wanted to ask, was that album actually recorded twice?
Yes.
Okay.
The first record we recorded is in Berlin.
Okay.
With the producer, Horst Müller.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sent the master, and they sent the master to the record company, and they listened to the album. And I got a phone call from Manfred, who was the chief of SPV. He said, oh my God, we have to do a remix or we have to re-record it. And then we asked Horst Müller to make a remix of this album we don't want. Because Horst Müller hates Sodom,
Mm-hmm.
He was a guy who never helped us in the studio. He told me, record your stuff and go home,
Wow.
So Manfred decided to record the album in a second studio later, So Sodom is the only band worldwide who recorded one album twice, But the wrong master from the first record, they're going to send to US for the US press. So now both versions are around,
But I
confusing,
Of course it is. And I think the US version doesn't have After the Deluge, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So what my dream is to make a Obsessed by Cruelty re-release with both albums with a lot of liner notes where I want to tell the whole story behind it, And that's where, the complete Sodom back catalog is from SPV to BMG, which is a German label also, And we talk about re-releases, all the albums. They started with M16,
Mm-hmm.
Last year, and we talk about Obsessed by Cruelty, Tapping the Vein, all the stuff,
That will be great. And I like the idea for Obsessed by Cruelty to have the two albums. That will be interesting. I would love to hear the differences between the two versions, let's say.
Yeah, there was released in America by Wax Maniacs,
right?
The company called.
Right, but I have the European version, so.
Yes, they have both, but they took the master from a vinyl album, you know.
Okay.
And I found a tape, Obsessed by Cruelty master tape, in my archives, you know, which I'm gonna put on a digital, which I can try to digitalize this one, you know. Mm-hmm. And this tape is called Umatic, you know. That's a big tape, which they used for movies. You know,
wow!
It's a very strange thing, you know. But I wanna bring it out with both albums, you know. Maybe some live stuff in it, you know, with a big book and liner notes in it, you know.
So, okay. First of all, After the Deluge was dedicated to Uwe, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is
because he died.
Right. I want to ask, what is the first thing you remember of him?
He was one of my best friends in these times, you know. And when we recorded Obsessed by Cruelty for the first time, the guitarist Disruptor, you know.
Correct.
You don't want to be in Sodom anymore, you know. You want to change the creator in these times, you know. And then I talked to him. He's called Wolf. I talked to Wolf that we have to record it twice. We have to book another studio to make a new recording. He don't want it, you know. But he came to the studio, we recorded, but I was scared. I was a little bit afraid that he left the studio during the recording sessions, you know. Mm-hmm. So I took Uwe Christophers as a spare guitarist, you know, in the studio, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a very big story behind, you know. But yes, Uwe was still a great friend of mine, you know. We always talked, phone. So he died so. And I was shocked when I heard that he died, you know.
Yeah. Well, so it seems like you are going through the Sodom history, and you are almost creating a biography for Sodom, right? Because now you're talking about putting together notes for Obsessed by Cruelty. You have notes in this box set for 40 Years at War. So what's going on? Mm-hmm. What is the experience digging through all this old material and all the recordings?
And it was really funny, you know. But when we talk about the book inside the box set, you know, it's not my biography, you know.
No, I didn't say yes.
When I'm going to start writing my biography, that will be a big book, you know. In this book and box set, you'll find also original covers, you know, with some liner notes, and you also find some fan statements, you know. That was very important to me, to ask the fans what they think about Sodom after all the years, you know. What kind of experiences they had when they listened to what kind of remembrance, you know. So we get hundreds of statements from fans, you know. And we choose a couple of, because we are limited in the book pages, you know. Of course. That was really great, you know. But, you know, when we start listening to the older songs, you know, it was amazing. It was like singing in a time machine, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to In the Son of Evil, you know. That was, we have witching metal in the set list. We have Outbreak of Evil, we have Blasphemer. But we never talk about Sepulchral Voice, you know. So we choose this song, you know. And that was really funny to do, you know, because it's not easy because of the drumming sometimes. Sometimes Witch Hunter drumming was out of timing, you know. And our drummer Tony, he is really interested in the Witch Hunter style drumming, you know. But try to do it more accurate, you know, more precision, you know, to get it straight to the point, you know. That was really funny to do, but it was also a lot of work, you know, because there were so many albums, you know, so many songs. We just choose from albums, no EPs and no mini albums, whatever.
Yeah. And Sepulchral Voice, you had re-recorded already for the final Sign of Evil that you released back in 2007.
Yeah.
Right, but you did it the third time.
Yes. Okay. We recorded, when we recorded with Witch Hunter, the final Sign of Evil, we recorded the whole mini album, you know.
Yeah.
Not just a song, you know. There was, but I like Sepulchre Voice, you know. This is one of my favorite songs on this EP, you know. And what I can tell you, that also helped us re-recording the songs, help us to choose a couple of songs for the next set list, you know. Which I'm talking all the time about, you know, changing the set list, you know, putting some rarities in it and some underrated songs we never played live, you know. That would be really interesting in the next years.
So basically you're talking about how you will tour with, let's say, to celebrate the 40 years of Sodom with this album. So should we expect...
There will be no special tour, you know. That people ask me for a special concert or whatever, you know. It's just 40, you know, for me personally, the 40 is just a number, you know.
Of course it is, man. Of course, but...
It's a big number, you know, but I'm looking forward for the next things we're going to do, you know.
Especially since I don't think Genesis saw a lot of live action because we had the COVID. And that turned out to be such an amazing album.
Yes, that gave us more time for rehearsing. And you know, we're going to write the songs in the rehearsal room, you know.
Yeah. We
always start a jam session. And starting out was a good guitar riff, you know. Sometimes I got lyrics before we start writing the music, you know. It's different, you know. But, you know, this COVID shit is gone, in my opinion, you know.
I hope.
So we are able to do more shows, you know. We had a lot of shows the last month, you know, and last year. That was amazing, you know. We are back on the road, you know. But I don't need a COVID break to write an album, you know. That's stupid.
One is enough. Let's say that one was enough.
That's now it's enough. But nowadays we talk again about some wearing the mask in a concert, you know. Or they also talk about lockdown nowadays because the autumn is coming, the winter is coming, and the COVID rates are going up, you know. I don't know. It's unbelievable, you know. I hope it's gone, you know. Let's do my job, you know.
Yeah. Also in the box set, you have you included 1982, the single that you have written. Is this a song that you just wrote for a single release, or is it something more than that? For example, for the next Sodom album.
No, it's just for the single, you know. You know, after all the years, you know, I try to do a kind of reflection, you know, what happened in the beginning of when we started the band in '82, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started writing the lyrics, you know, and it's about the revolution that it really was, you know. And, you know, in these times, the band, we were against everybody, you know. We were against the parents, teachers, establishment, you know. We just want to be together with a band, you know, and we want to be hated, you know. We don't want anybody to love our music, you know. We just did the music for ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
And that was a really strange times, you know. And I try to, and with his lyrics, I try to reflect what we did in the beginning, you know. And York did the music, my guitarist, you know. And I told York I need an old school song. I need a classical 80s style old school guitar riff song, you know. And he came up with this idea, and I talked to a record company to put an EP. It's not on vinyl, you know. It's just on a CD, you know.
Oh. Okay. So the box set.
That's a shame.
The box set.
That's a shame, you know.
Has a song only on the CD. On the CD.
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, that's a shame, you know, because they got some problems. I think this where they're gonna press the albums, you know, they don't have enough material, you know.
Oh wow,
it's unbelievable, you know. So Ollie from a record company thought, okay, let's just do a CD with some bonus tracks on it and put it to the box set, you know.
Okay.
I hope they're gonna release this EP on vinyl, because I know there's a lot of vinyl collectors outside, you know, especially Sodom fans like to have it on vinyl.
Correct. I mean, you can have on one side 1982 and the other side can have Equinox that you also have as a bonus on the cassette, correct?
Yeah, that's a bonus on the cassette, yeah.
So you can have just a 7-inch with two sides.
Yeah, so because we recorded Equinox first, and then Uwe died, and I told to my band, okay, Uwe Christophers died, so let's put his song on a sampler, to give him a tribute, and the song Equinox was left, we put it on a tape,
Yeah.
Which is a great idea to put a tape in a box set,
Of course. But it will be also a great idea to have a 7-inch, like I told you, 1982 and then Equinox. But I hope the label is listening.
Yes, I will talk to them there, yeah. They will, yeah.
And then you have Eliran Kantor do the cover artwork. Did you give him any input, what you were looking for?
No. Because we had the time was running, and I had a cover from, he's called Rock, from a band called Executioners from Australia.
Okay.
He's a great artist, and he painted a cover for me for the new box, for the new album, And I sent it to the record company. They were really disappointed about it because I don't know why. And Ollie told me we need another cover for the box set. So I've been always in contact to Eliran Kantor, who also did the War and Pieces album,
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to Eliran, okay, we need a cover for the 40 years anniversary box set. And he told me, all right, I'm going to do it. We don't talk about what is on the cover. He's a Sodom fan, and he describes the cover. That's the first X-Man, the first X-Man on the Son of Evil is fighting with a Knarrenhals, with a soldier.
Right. He has.
So we have both iconic figures in one cover, united, It's great. I love it. I love this cover.
You can also see the airplane on the back. I guess this is from Agent Orange.
Yes, there's one airplane. So I like the cover, And Eliran is a really good painter, and a good friend of mine.
Absolutely. And the other cover artwork that you had, are there any thoughts of, I don't know, maybe releasing in a different, I don't know. Are there any plans to do anything with that?
Now, that is an improved version of the Witching demo cover.
Oh, okay.
It's improved. It's more modern. It's bigger. It's more accurate painted. And it's a Witching Metal demo. The guy on this with the eggs, with the double eggs.
Mm-hmm.
This with this guy, everything started with Sodom. And so we reflect him and put him on a new cover for the EP.
I have
one. You will find a lot of things in the box set, yeah.
Yeah, I must, to be honest, I'm asking questions about the box set, whether I will get it myself, because I don't think it's available here in the US. I think it's only an import.
I think it's going to be released in the US, I think. But if you have a contact to Björn, he's going to help you. Maybe he's going to send you. But I think it's released in SPV, America, something like this,
Yep, I will have a look. What are the plans for 2023, if everything goes well?
Yes, I hope we bring out a new album. We are still working hard on it. We have a couple of songs together. And what my dream is doing a live album,
Okay. And
the time is right, And the biggest thing is coming back to US,
That was my last question.
I talked to so many fans coming from US to Mexico just to see Sodom,
Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people, they're going to tell me, okay, I see this much is playing every time, we don't want to see him anymore, creators touring, or why Sodom is not touring in America, And I talked to a couple of promoters. That's what we're going to try. The next is doing the Las Vegas Psycho Metal Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And also a guy told me there was a Texas Metal Fest. I've never heard about it, So when we book a couple of festivals in US America, we can also do a couple of shows there, But it's not our issue. Some people ask me, do you hate America? Well, you never come to US,
No, man.
That is not true, We are sitting at home. We are waiting for offers,
Correct.
But you remember we supposed to play we have to play the Maryland Death Fest, I think we talked about before,
Yeah.
And this guy, want to take care of the papers we need, I don't know what it's called. It's a working license.
The visa.
You know, like visa, working visa, you know. We have to go to the embassy and you know, I cannot go as tourist, you know.
Of course, you cannot. Yes, that's
maybe there's someone. Oh, you're Tom from Sodom. You know what you're gonna do? You know.
Yeah.
It's very strange, you know. You know, all the American men touring in Germany. It's very easy for them to go, you know.
Of course.
But if we have the papers and all is gone, you know, we can start traveling around, you know.
Absolutely. And
people are really waiting for us, you know.
Oh yes, and I spoke. It was 2 days ago to Frank from Tankard, and both bands need to come here to the US.
Yeah, I think Tankard is a band. They were not touring so much, you know. And,
yes, that's right. That's correct.
But people miss Tankard also. I think Destruction's touring every year.
Yes, correct.
I know. You know, if we find a serious promoter who's gonna help us over, you know. We need a serious one who's going to take care of us, who's going to help us, and who's going to pay the price, you know.
Absolutely.
I give the guarantee, if we book a couple of shows in America, we will sold out, you know. Definitely.
Of course. Tom, thank you very much again for sitting together and having this discussion. I hope 2023 will be way better than this year.
Yes, I hope so too. Yeah.
And let's hope that we will see live Sodom here, or we can discuss about the next 40 years of Sodom.
I don't think so, but I'll give my best, you know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care and bye-bye.